Hi, friends. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I am Crystal, and that's my business partner, Kelly. And together we help bloggers build real online businesses that support their families without feeling exhausted and run into the ground and like it's never going to end. Okay. And today we want to talk about something we hear bloggers bring up all the time in the Facebook groups, in our program, in the private conversations that we have with them, all the things.
Sorry. Rabbit went over my. Anyway, bloggers tell us all the time that their to-do lists are massive. There are always more things that they feel like they should be doing, more posts to update, more pins to make, more emails to write, more strategies to try.
Ring, ring, ring.
It's my to-do list telling me to get busy.
Is it really? No.
I have an alarm set at different times throughout the day, depending on when I'm not busy. So typically we're not busy at this time of day.
Right.
And so it reminds me to spend time with the Lord. That's what that is.
Got it. You'll need to make up for that.
Because now I'm busy.
Yeah.
I did it before we got on here.
Did you finish your thought?
I did.
Okay, perfect. So the problem is when your to-do list keeps growing, here's what happens. You start to feel overwhelmed, and it happens very fast. Very fast.
So today we want to show you one simple question that you can ask yourself that can instantly cut your to-do list in half. Are you ready?
Yep. Let's start with the real experience that most bloggers are having.
Mm.
What is that? How does that look?
Well, you sit down to work, you open your planner or your project list, or pull that tab open in your brain, right? And suddenly you're staring at 20 different things that you could work on. You could update old posts. You could design pins. You could start a new post. You could research keywords. You could work on a product. You could answer a few emails.
Right. And because everything feels important, it becomes hard to decide what actually deserves your time.
Yeah. So instead of focusing on one thing, you bounce between 5 or 6 smaller tasks and get nothing completed.
Yep. And at the end of the day, your list is still long and your progress feels small.
Yeah.
Yep. So here's something that most bloggers don't realize. Not every task in your business carries the same weight, and that is important to understand.
I mean, not everything in your day carries the same weight. That's
Agreed.
important to understand. Some tasks move your business or your housework or your homeschooling or your children or your husband. Some tasks move those things forward dramatically.
And some tasks simply maintain what already exists.
The problem is that when everything sits on the same to-do list, on the same line, it all looks equally important.
But in reality, only a handful of tasks actually create growth.
So this is where the idea of a growth lever comes in, the growth lever concept here.
I call it growth lever.
A lever? That's okay.
Say lever?
I think they're both are correct.
Okay.
Weigh in. Let us know. Do you say lever or do you say lever?
Yeah. A growth lever is a task that directly moves one of 3 things in your business. Now, lever, there was a lever company that owned Dial and all of that, and they spelled it Lever. But I don't know. To me, it's lever. I'd love to know how other people see it. So,
yeah, and then when we finish this, we'll have to Google it and see if there are 2 different ways to say it. So what are the 3 levers that move things in your business? Number 1, traffic.
And number 2 is conversions.
And number 3, revenue.
So if a task does not move one of those 3 things, then it just might not be something that you're going to work on right now because it's not a growth lever or a growth lever.
And that's where this one simple question that we keep alluding to becomes incredibly powerful. So, Crystal,
yep.
Are we going to get to the question?
Yeah, we will eventually. So when you're looking at your to-do list, here's what we want you to do. We want you to ask yourself this one question, and it's really important.
But we're going to talk for 5 more minutes before we tell you what the question. Okay, no, the question is, does this task move traffic, conversions, or revenue?
Yep.
If the answer is yes, then it is a growth lever. Lever.
Yeah. I mean, do you say pull the lever?
No.
You say pull the lever. Right. So I think it's lever.
I'm the one saying lever. You're the one saying lever.
No, I think it's lever. Hold on. No. I say pull the lever.
For saying I'm right.
No, I would say pull the lever. I've never heard anybody say pull the lever.
Literally just said the opposite. So
yeah, because my brain had a misfire. It was like boom. No, you don't say pull the lever, you say pull the lever. Did I say that right?
There are two common ways to pronounce lever.
Mm-hmm.
Long E and short E. Lever and lever. British. Generally, lever is more common in American English, while lever is standard in British English, though both are widely understood.
So to me, it would be lever if it was Leaver. But I know that there was a company called the Lever Company.
No, it was Unilever.
Yeah.
There you go for today. Your vocabulary lesson for today. You can say it both ways. Like envelope and envelope. And typically, if you would have said lever first, I would have just said lever throughout the whole. Because there are things that I say one way and that can be said a different way. If somebody says it to me, then I say it the way they say it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So interesting. All right.
Where we were. Where are we even at?
So Kelly said that if the answer was yes, then it's a growth lever. All right.
If the answer does it move traffic, conversions, or revenue?
Right. Okay. If the answer is no, it still might be helpful, but right now it's just optional. Okay.
Yes.
It's not an urgent thing.
Right. And when you start filtering your tasks this way, something surprising happens.
Yep. So now what you're going to see is half of that to-do list is gone. It disappears because those are optional things. Those are not move the needle. They're not huge compounded interest progress, right?
Right.
Yes, they'll bring some progress, but it's not what gets your attention right now.
Right. Because so many of the things we fill our days with are maintenance tasks or nice to have projects or I wish I could things.
But the few things that actually grow your business, now they become really, really clear and you know exactly what you need to be doing.
Right. And the bloggers who see the fastest progress are not the ones doing the most things.
Right. They're the ones that consistently work on the right things.
They focus on the activities that bring in traffic.
And they work on the systems that improve the conversions.
And they prioritize the projects that generate revenue.
Right. So when you start organizing your work around growth levers and growth levers instead of random tasks, your energy starts to compound. It really is that compounding. Think of it like the IRS compounded interest.
And this is actually one of the reasons that we created our entrepreneur operating system. So many bloggers were asking us how to decide what actually deserves their time. And the operating system walks you through how to identify your growth levers or levers, how to prioritize the right tasks, and how to build a weekly workflow that focuses on what actually moves your business forward.
So if you've been feeling overwhelmed by your to-do list, we're going to link below so that you can check out with this entrepreneur operating system download that is life-changing for your business. Okay. All right.
So here's a simple reset that you can try this very week. As soon as this video is over, do not wait. Do not start it until after you finish listening to it. Right? This is your priority right in this moment. Okay. So first, write down your current to-do list, brain dump if you want to, get everything out of your head and onto something, a piece of paper, an app, whatever. Second, go through every single task and ask yourself, does this move traffic? Does this move conversions? Or does this move revenue? Third, circle the tasks that do one of those things, only one of those things, not eventually one of those things, but actually does it right this moment.
Right. And those are the growth levers for the week. Everything else can wait. So if your to-do list has been feeling overwhelming, we hope that this gave you a way to look at it differently and to really say, okay, now I know where my time and attention need to go. You don't need to do everything. You just need to focus on the things that actually move your business forward right now. Okay.
Yeah. And when you start prioritizing your growth levers, your time suddenly starts working a lot harder for you.
Yep. All right, guys, whether you do levers or levers, just do it. It doesn't matter. Okay. Just do it. Thanks for hanging out with us today. We'll see you in the next video. And if this video was helpful, go watch some of our other content. We have tons of content here. We've been doing this a long time, this blogging thing. All right, guys, we'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.